Switching things up. Sitting on this side of the couch, changing sides. Usually I sit on the left side of the couch during podcasts. Ryan sits on the right side. But guess what, guys? This time I'm sitting on the right side. Ryan's sitting on the left side. And this is episode 68 of SuperMegaCast.
Yes, it is.
Look at that. You know what the next episode is?
No? Well, what comes next?
You can take a guess.
Wait, okay. This one's 68. 69! 69! Dude!
Yes!
Nice! High five! Another one!
One more.
Another one!
One more high five.
Memes.
Oh, man.
Anyways, what an obnoxious way to start the podcast. Welcome to the SuperMegaCast / SuperMega Podcast, whichever one you feel like saying. One
really
sounds
whatever.
a little more mature, I guess.
I think the SuperMega Podcast sounds more mature.
Of course, yes.
But, SuperMegaCast
is the name of the podcast.
Yeah, we came up with that when we were 14 years old. So
yeah, it was easy to come up with the name because the channel is Super Mega.
And just put cast at the end.
Yeah.
That's so easy. It's like the easiest thing.
So we have a lot of new updates. One of the bigger ones is that our boy Tucker is staying with us, so we have a new body in the household.
Oh, he's not just staying with us. He's living with us.
Well, I say I don't want to say living with us quite yet because I feel like when we all three go in on a house, then we'll all be living together.
Okay.
Right now, I don't think it's fair to say he's living as much as we are because he's on our couch and he has to use our bathroom.
That's true. But he has...
You and I are living because we got our own rooms.
Large, man.
Yeah.
But Tucker has officially moved out to LA, so expect more shit with Tucker. More podcast episodes with Tucker and more just more live action stuff because he loves shooting that little camera.
Yes.
He loves shooting things with his little tiny camera.
We've also been playing a lot of PubG recently.
Yes, we have.
We played, let's see, usually it's a squad of, Matt, Tucker, and I, and then we try to find a fourth person to fill it up. So far, we've gotten Christian, Matt's friend Christian, and our big boy Brent.
Brent, our boss. We played with Brent last night, and that was like one of the greatest rounds I think I've ever played in that game.
Yes.
We were number 2 as a team.
We were so lucky as to get inside of a building that the circle was like zoning in on every single time.
And then
so we were always inside of it, held up in this house. We had a bunch of weapons, like shotguns.
It was great.
Fucking automatic machines of weaponry.
Guns. But like
explosions.
It got down to the point where we took a couple of people outside, and then the 4 of us were in this house, and the circle shrunk down to like the smallest circle right around the house, and then there were 2 people left. It was the 4 of us versus 2 people, and then the circle shrunk again,
and it went
right outside the house.
It went into like essentially our backyard.
Yeah, so we're like easy. It's 4 of us against 2 people that are outside. We just got to go outside and shoot them. That's easy. So the circle shrinks, and we're like, fuck, it's closing in, we gotta run. So I run out the door, almost immediately. I don't know where they were, but they shoot me.
They were behind a dumpster.
Yeah, I didn't see them.
I was shooting at them, and then I saw it, and all of a sudden I noticed the circle was closing in. I'm like, okay, so I run to get out of the house, because you die pretty quickly now when the circle closes in.
Yeah, they updated it so the force field kills you, like, super fast now.
And then Brent was standing in the stairwell, so he was blocking my way to get out of the house. And I'm like, I literally freaked out. I was like, Brent, what the fuck? He's like, what's going on? And I'm like...
Did the force field kill you?
Yeah, the force field, because I couldn't get out of the house in time, because Brent's big fat ass was blocking the door.
And then did Tucker get shot too, or did he get killed by the force field?
Oh my god, that's a lot of sulfur. Oh, sorry, I got distracted by a silent little boy. What? Something about Tucker.
How did Tucker die? Did he get shot?
Probably. I think he died
Tucker
alongside you, and then I died by the force field, and so did good old Brent.
So it got down to 1 person versus a squad of 4, and he won.
Yeah.
Mainly because of our incompetence, because the circle was closing in, and it caught us so off guard, so I had to run, and because the circle was closing in...
We should have all rushed him. There's no way he could have killed us all if we rushed him.
I know.
Like, if we all just flanked him and shit, like 1 left, right, straight, like 2 straight, left, right.
I think my error was I didn't know... I had to get out of the house fast, and I didn't know where... the other person was. Yeah. So I just ran out without knowing where they were, which allowed them to just effectively just take me out real quick.
Usually I don't like PubG, but I think that's just because I don't like playing by myself. With a squad, it's super fun. Because when we're playing with a squad, I was telling you this, and like you're on your computer Sorry, I threw up a little in my mouth.
Let's just spit it out, baby.
You're playing on your computer. Tucker's playing on his. I'm playing on mine. We're in 3 separate rooms. We're talking on Discord. It reminded me a lot of kind of like my Halo 3 Call of Duty days back in like middle school and high school, I guess.
Yeah. It's really fun. It's I didn't think I'd like it so much. Just sitting down and like playing PubG with friends, because I've never like actually played it. I played it with Chris once, and then I've never played with friends after that.
Yeah.
So playing it with like a whole squad, it's the most fun shit ever. I'm like fully I was
adding maps too?
Yeah, they're adding 2 new maps. I was addicted to the game when it first came out for like a day and a half, because I had to fly to Japan like the next 2 days after it came out. So I got to play it a little bit, and then I had to go to Japan. And then afterwards I played a little bit here and there, and then when I went back to South Carolina, I got back into it, and that's the first time Tucker played, because he was there. And first time he ever played, he got number 2 by himself, so that was impressive.
But usually every time we play, we get in the top 10.
Top 10, yeah. Every time, as like our team rank at least. Like we got 2, 3, 4, and then we've got like
we've gotten 2 twice. We got 2 in one day.
Yeah.
Well, two times in one day.
We gotta win once. It's coming up. Like I feel like maybe in the next 2 weeks we're gonna get.
It's gonna be a mixture of luck. Like there's gonna be one. Like we're gonna be in a car. Like this guy's gonna be shooting at us, and he's gonna shoot the driver. The driver's gonna die, but the car's gonna continue to roll with some of us in the back seat, and the guy shooting the car is gonna die, and then we're gonna win. It's gonna be some shit like that.
I think the most satisfying way to kill people in that game is running them over with a car,
because you like took a big circle around this group one time just to come from behind them and kill 3 in one.
Well, that wasn't even my plan.
One swoop.
Tucker and I were playing. Ryan, you were taking Lego out, I think. But,
yeah.
So Tucker and I played around, and we were at the top of a hill, and I was in a car, and Tucker was next to the car, and there were like 2 people at the bottom of the hill shooting up at us. So I was like, fuck it, Tucker, watch this. So I drove down the hill really fast at them, and then they disappeared, and I'm like, oh shit, I don't see them. They must have crouched. So I spun around, so I was like facing them, and they just ignored me, popped back up, and started shooting up the hill at Tucker. So I just sped, and I drove right through them. And then apparently there was a 3rd person I didn't see that was with them, so I killed 3 people in one quick. But also, I think what we might start doing, if you guys are into it, let us know. We're thinking about possibly recording some of our games. It'd be different from like regular SuperMega videos.
Well, okay, think about it. Remember when we used to do Grand Theft Auto compilations?
Yeah,
it would be kind of like that. Also, the mic quality wouldn't be the best.
Yeah, it'd be shitty because it'd be Discord audio, but like it'd be a different type of video from our regular Let's Plays. But Ryan and I think it'd be fun if we started uploading some PUBG videos where we basically like upload a round, kind of cut out the fluff, and just keep in like a good continuous story with the best.
Keeping the narrative of the round.
Yeah, and you know, might upload a couple of those because we really genuinely enjoy playing this game, and a lot of fun shit happens. So. If you guys would like to see those
OBS
PUBG
stopped
videos,
recording.
Yeah,
I've never heard Brent laugh the way he laughed before.
Like I've never heard it. I didn't know. We were like, "Is that Brent?"
I can't repeat the joke, unfortunately.
It was a PewDiePie joke.
But I was making fun of the way Tucker's character looked.
It was not a race thing.
No,
FYI, just because I know everyone's like, "What did Ryan say?" If you can't repeat it, and it was about appearances.
It was just mean spirited.
It was very mean spirited. But Brent was like,
I know. Brent has a high pitch laugh.
Yeah, when he really gets into it, it's like a little type of like tropical parrot.
He couldn't stop. He was going on. I was like, damn, okay.
He was like breaking up over Discord, like. It was. I wish I was like, because apparently OBS, like if you run out of space, just fucks up the file and stops recording. And I downloaded Handbrake hoping to save it, but
you need to send your computer in, get it upgraded, or upgrade it yourself.
I just need to buy a bigger. I gotta buy a new hard drive.
But anyways, guys, those are the stories that come with this new independent game that not many people know about called PUBG that we're enjoying.
Absolutely, like more people should check it out and give it some love.
One person in the comments is heading to the no, they won't complete it because this is happening so soon after, or maybe they're blocking me out right now.
They started typing and then they closed. They're like, fuck it, they're messing with me.
No, they're typing and right now all they're hearing is. But if you're still paying attention, it was a joke. I don't actually think PUBG is an independent game.
Absolutely not.
But that is the one joke explanation for this podcast.
Okay.
We know a few of you need it.
Well, I wish you hadn't wasted it then, Ryan. Because what if we make a joke later that needs explaining, and we can't explain the joke?
Got some splaining to do. What's that from?
Lucy, you got some splaining to do.
I don't even remember it from the show because I watched the show a little bit, but I just remember it from the Weird Al song. Hey Ricky, you're so da 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 da.
I just know it from that video that's like 10 years old of the guy that kind of looks like John Stamos, and he's doing like 101 voices, and he's like, I'm the man of 101 voices, and he just does a bunch of impressions, and one of them is he goes, Lucy, you've got some splaining to do.
Lucy, you've got some splaining to do.
Was that, Lucille Ball? Do you know Lucille Ball was a commie? I might have said that before. She was a communist. Yeah.
She a redheaded commie?
She wrote it even on her like voter registration thing, and she's a communist. And she was in Hollywood. That's a dangerous time to say you're a communist.
That's unfortunate because that I think at that time it was just it
was like the Red Scare.
Yeah,
like McCarthyism and shit.
She was she blacklisted after?
Probably.
After
I mean, what else? Like, well, I don't
when
know.
Did she
She
die?
had such a big.
Is she still alive?
No, she's not alive.
When
She had such a
die?
big career. It's just weird that like she wasn't black. Maybe she was blacklisted. Who knows? But I used to watch I Love Lucy all the time.
I watched it in I watched it my first episode in like 8th grade drama class. No, sorry, 7th grade drama class. I wasn't in drama class in 8th grade. Okay, yeah.
Ryan was in an 8th grade drama class last week. He went and sat in and viewed it. What if we just started showing up at like schools like, hey, could we sit in some of the lectures? Like, no.
Look, I want to go to a grade school, like a history class or a science class, like something super easy, and do my best to teach the lesson. Like, I can't just make up bullshit. I have to, like, when I'm teaching people about the structure of a cell, I got to talk about mitochondria, the
powerhouse of the cell,
the ribosomes.
Ribosomes.
You got to get that cell membrane in there.
What else is in the cell?
You got to get your nucleus.
Yeah, nucleus, and then there's a nucleosis, right?
Yes.
And then there's a.
Whoa, are we talking about an animal cell or a plant cell here?
Well, if we're talking about a plant cell, then you know there's a little chloroform.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, chlorophyll.
Cell wall and all that.
You got the cell wall.
Yeah.
You got DNA and RNA and
fuck.
That shows. Dude, we remember our high school education shit. I don't know what I know that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell.
Are the ribosomes little bean-shaped things?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what they do though.
Aren't they kind of like they're the food? They provide nutrients.
I have no idea.
Or something.
Like they're little packets of nutrients for the cell.
I don't know.
Dude, isn't that fucking crazy? Like, we're made up of tiny little like factories essentially that are super intricate. Like, we're made up of billions and billions of these little like complete packages that work processes all day and like eat shit and produce waste and like work and have different like components and shit, and we're made up of that, and that's what we are.
And then that whole community, this whole civilization that we are made up of, there's a nuclear power plant at the top, which is our brain, that has a bunch of chemical reactions that make no goddamn sense. Dude, every now and then.
The body, when you think about it, the human body, not just the human body, just like animals and plants, like, that's fucking insane.
Yeah.
Like, think about it on that level. Like, it's just blowing my mind, you know? This sounds like I'm high and I'm like, dude, the human body. It's amazing.
We're made up of fucking cells, dude.
I just don't think about it that often.
Whoa.
I thought about it. I'm like, whoa.
Like you're riding a roller coaster. Whoa.
Dude, I'm riding the roller coaster of life right now.
This is fucking sweet, bro. Whoa. Hey, dude.
Yeah.
You ever think that your brain is like a fucking nuclear reactor, bro? Because you know how they say that your brain reacts like chemical reactions, like love like love and hate and sadness. What if our brain is just a giant nuclear factory? You know what I'm saying?
Dude, what if like your whole body is like, it's like a city, and
holy
like your your brain is like town hall, bro, and like like your liver is
seeping out of my penis.
What? Dude, like in like your butthole's like a dump where they dump the trash, and like your heart's like the civic center, dude. Like, wasn't that crazy?
Your feet are like public transportation, bro.
Dude, it's like the infrastructure, bro.
Your nipples are like fuck.
It's like a dairy plant, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Dude, I could use some Dairy Queen right now.
Oh, fuck, bro.
Get your mom in here.
What the fuck, bro? Don't fuck, dude.
Boys, what are you doing?
Nothing, Dad, nothing.
Nothing.
Just hanging out.
Can I have a hit, boys?
Dad?
Sure, Dad.
Sure, Dad, yeah.
Here. Okay, boys. Jesus Christ!
Whoa, Dad.
This isn't your daddy's cabbage.
I feel like that's what like every adult says about it's like the stuff they got nowadays is nothing like what we had in the 70s. It's so much stronger.
I
My therapist said that. He was like, Maddie, the stuff they got these days ain't nothing like what we had.
It ain't your mother's marijuana.
It ain't your grandma's marijuana. I love that like Mike's Hard Lemonade. It's like it's not your mother's
bad.
lemonade.
It's not horrible.
No, I like Mike's Hard
I
Lemonade.
drink it
No,
because I'm a
it's good.
bitch and I like ciders and Mike's Hard
That doesn't
Lemonade.
make you a bitch. I hate the stigma that it's like fruity alcoholic beverages makes you a bitch. It's like, no, it tastes good. Like
So when you drink a Fanta, are you a little bitch because
Yeah.
you're drinking a fruity
drink?
Yeah.
It's like when I go to McDonald's, it's like, can I get a Sprite? It's like, wow, little bitch, you like fruity drinks. It's like, what? Is it because alcohol is supposed to be like this manly, like, dude, I down straight whiskey by the
No, I
gallon.
think it comes to beer. Like people, like guys drink wine and shit.
I love wine. I had wine last night.
White wine is
I had white wine last night. It was tasty.
yeah. Oh, let's oh shit.
Let's talk about that movie.
Hold on.
We went and saw a movie. We
Mhm.
saw Killing of a Sacred Deer.
Yeah.
That movie, I just want to start off by saying that movie really tripped me out because I got that big thing of white wine at the movie theater.
Yes.
And I drank it pretty quickly. So that whole movie
And it is a
was
weird
just-
movie.
Yeah, so
It's not like because the director previously directed The Lobster, which the themes in that are a little more like obvious,
Given to you?
and given to you. Not just the themes, but you can digest it a little more easily than Killing of a Sacred Deer.
Dude,
I
Killing
would
of a
say.
Sacred Deer, I was like, what the fuck is this?
Well, from the opening scene, I don't want to ruin anything, but from the very first shot of the film,
It was very jarring.
I know.
Could we spoil it? Could we say just the first shot?
Uh,
It's like the movie opens on black and
Yeah.
it's playing music and it's just black for a while. And then it just cuts to an up close video of like open heart surgery
Yeah.
of the heart like pumping like really up close to the camera. And it's really like grotesque. And it goes on for a while the classical music plays.
I'd say just off the top of my head, the best parts about this film, of course, the acting, but like to me, what stood out the most was the score and sound design.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And the writing,
Yeah.
because he writes in a way where we were all discussing this in
There's,
a
like,
in a
thoughts.
car.
Like weird thoughts.
Well, the characters, like in the real world, you have people, blah blah blah, and like some of we don't usually speak our inner thoughts that often, or else we'd seem socially unaware, and we wouldn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you
you
to be social,
filter out
you-
what to say to
Yeah.
be socially.
But in this writing style, it's just upfront, and their inner dialogue comes out. No character is afraid to say what they need to say. It's like everything is there's no being coy.
Right. And,
With,
and so much
the
of the
writing.
dialogue was just like, can I borrow your MP3 player? You already lost 2. I'm not lending you mine. And it was like the dialogue was really awkward and the delivery, and I loved that about it.
It could seem like a comical Cormac McCarthy type of dialogue. Like if Cormac McCarthy were to write a comedy, because Cormac McCarthy writes in I don't even know what to call the style, but I don't know if you've ever read a Cormac McCarthy book.
I as I'm starting to read more books, I want to read The Road because you say it's so good.
Mhm.
I really want to read it.
The quotes or the dialogue isn't in quotations. It's think about this. Character says something. It's just a line. Enter. The next character's line. It doesn't say what character's saying it. Like at least
how
in
it's
The
written?
Road. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So because there's really only 2 characters in The Road, and the father, son. And sometimes like, while I was reading, I'm like, wait, who's talking again? But it's very simple and kind of plain. But
Weird movie though, really weird. But I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it.
yeah,
Colin Farrell was really good. And
my daughter had her first menstruation.
Yeah, like he just like it was just awkward. Like at dinner, or like he'll be talking to his friend. He'll be like, "My daughter had her first period this week. Congratulations." It's weird, but I loved it. It was just a surreal, very surreal.
I will say I did not like it. I liked it more than Mother, but I didn't like it as much as The Lobster. The Lobster is still, I think, my favorite movie by this director so far.
I did like it more than Mother as well.
It's hard to recommend because while I was sitting there, I could see like this definitely isn't for a mass audience. Yeah. This isn't for the people who went to go see Thor Ragnarok.
It really, that movie, like I'm
not saying anything. Like I enjoyed Thor Ragnarok. It was entertaining. I'm not saying those who enjoy it's a different kind of cinema. I'm saying
it's fine art.
But there comes a point where there are movies that they're not easily digestible, and you can't offer that up to a main audience who wants to go to a theater to have fun and enjoy their time and probably not think that much.
Yeah, this one is like, if I'm being honest, I might sound stupid, but most of this movie went over my head at a first watch. I'm gonna have to go back and read about stuff to really figure out most of the shit, because so much of it went over my head. And it could have been because I had a bit to drink, but it just, a lot of it just kind of whoop, and I was like, it's like, think about that one.
I enjoyed it because the suspense was good.
Good suspense, yeah.
As I said, the sound design, the acting, I liked it. I just don't think I'm gonna I'm not itching to watch it again. Like, I'm itching to talk about it with people who have seen it, because it's one of those movies where it's like you can come up with your own interpretations, blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, it's a kind of a rough ride in sometimes. Sometimes, like, I think at least in the second act there was a bit of a lull for me.
It's a bit of a tiring movie to watch, in the sense that it's like you got to do a lot of thinking when you watch it. You can't just kind of like tune out, you know? Mm-hmm. You got to you really got to be piecing things together, and it's not a bad thing. I enjoyed it overall, though. I thought it was really good.
Yeah. So
I like weird movies.
If you're one of the people that went out to see Mother because you were curious, you didn't even have to like it. If you saw The Lobster and liked it, or if you were just curious and you enjoyed it, definitely go see this movie. If you live, I'll put it this way: if you live in Columbia, South Carolina, and you frequently visit the Nickelodeon Theater in downtown Columbia, you probably might want to at least check this out, because I recommend it. I didn't feel like I wasted my money upon watching it. So.
Yeah, exactly. Also, what I didn't get about the movie theater, I realized, was when we went to buy tickets, there was an adult ticket, which was like $15.75.
There's an infant.
And there was an infant ticket, which was just the same price as an adult ticket.
You think it would say child? It says infant.
Yeah.
So did they change the age? So now it's like it has to be a tiny child.
But I don't get why it's a separate ticket option when it's the exact same price as adult. It's just like why? It's like,
yeah.
And also you would think infant would be also a discounted ticket.
Because they can't comprehend or enjoy a movie, so they don't take up a seat usually.
Most likely they're gonna cry too. Nothing. Oh my god! When people bring like a kid to a movie that's
don't bring a baby to a movie theater. In fact, if you have a baby, be very cautious about where you're bringing it. Like don't bring it to a fucking movie theater. Like, first of all, I think that's the number one place to not bring a child.
Don't bring a little infant to a movie theater, because, you know, like, first of all, the kid's not going to enjoy, unless it's a kid's movie. Then bring your kid to the movie theater.
Go have fun. Go buck wild. Or even, I don't know. Never mind. I guess for the kids' movies. Sometimes because in South Carolina, at the Columbiana Grand, they would have these showings of, like, early in the daytime.
Yeah, for kids.
Yeah, for kids. So it's like people expected a loud theater.
Yeah, we should write a book on, like, parenting, just on, like, parenting advice.
Yeah.
Like, from two people who are in their early 20s who have never had kids, two dudes, just be like, all right, this is how to raise your kids and what to do and what not to do. Like Bill Cosby, he wrote Fatherhood. He did a lot of other things too, but we could write a book, kind of like how Bill Cosby wrote a book on fatherhood, on how to be a good father.
Okay. I'm down.
We should genuinely try to write a book on parenting. See how that goes. And then have someone have a kid and then raise it from start to finish using our book. And then they can write the first, like, review on Amazon, like, 20 years later.
Funny comment where it goes, baby stuck in toaster, how I fix.
I'll actually go to page 326 and we address that issue exactly.
Fucking nice. Whew, holy shit. Whoa.
What?
Damn.
What are you looking at?
I don't know. There's this Segway here, but it has a pretty expensive price tag, and I don't see a salesman out here. But I got this big wad of cash I could just put on the ground.
If there's no salesman out here, Ryan, we can just steal it.
Okay.
Let's take risks. Life's all about.
I'm just gonna rip off the tag.
Okay,
let's hop on.
All right, get on.
Just get on my shoulders.
Wait, I think he's coming. Get on.
Go.
Did you know, Ryan, when I was in 8th grade,
Mm-hmm.
I decided I was going to make some Facebook pages. And I just remembered this week. I actually found them, and I closed them.
Did you find them?
I found them, and I closed them.
So when I asked you if you closed them or not, you were like, did I?
I went back and I closed them.
I wish I could go see them. I wish I actually went and checked.
I rediscovered these Facebook pages I made, so I thought I'd let you know what they are. I made a Facebook page called Join If You Never Plan on Doing Pot, which I joined, and I tried to get some of my friends to join. Then I also made a Facebook called Justin Bieber is Totally Gay for Usher. That was a good one.
Justin Bieber is totally gay for Usher?
Remember back then when like people made... Like, Facebook isn't really like that anymore, but people would make pages that would just be, like, little joke titles and shit, and people would like it.
Okay.
And then, like, that was, like, way back in the day of Facebook, in the early days of Facebook. So I made Join If You Never Plan on Doing Pot, and never was in all caps. Join If You Never Plan on...
You were serious about that one, though.
Doing pot, yeah. And then I also made Justin Bieber's Totally Gay for Usher.
How good did you feel about yourself when you were young, and you were like, I started this group? You know what? I'm a really good person. I started this group. I'm never gonna smoke pot.
I think most people that age have that like I'm never gonna drink. I'm never gonna smoke pot, guys.
Kids are super egotistical.
I don't think that's egotistical. I think that's just they want to feel morally sound. So they like.
No, I would say like there's a stage in childhood development where you're super egotistical because
yeah.
Like you can think of others and be sad about others, but there's a time when you're a child when all you're thinking about is like kind of like me. You
haven't really learned yet the balance of like.
You haven't had all these life experiences and all these lessons
totally.
and all these shitty hard times usually.
That put things in give you like a perspective check.
Yeah, like life is all about chipping away at your being of your childhood innocence. Until you become a nice chiseled man, with that needs to be put on medication.
I remember when I was a kid, I really wanted like an 8-pack.
Oh, sorry, no diss to people on medication. I've been on medication before.
I'm on medication,
and I'm thinking about going on medication again.
Medication's great. If you're depressed, you should go on medication.
If you were something, okay, we got that out of the way. Continue.
I remember when I was a kid, I really wanted an 8-pack. Like abs.
8-pack. Oh yeah.
I wanted an 8-pack of beers. I was like,
do your pecs count as some of the pack?
Unfortunately, not.
What?
I mean, they should. Well, no, it's different muscles.
But it's like a
yeah. They're like the same kind of like shape. Like if you have abs, they go all the way up to your pecs. Then it's like.
Could you imagine if you instead of getting multiple abs, you could just get multiple pecs, so you'd have like it looked like a dog's stomach, just a bunch of nipples. Dude. And the pecs get smaller and smaller on the way down.
Am I the only one that gets like slightly bothered by like dogs that have huge hanging nipples, like 8 massive nipples just like hanging and wobbling down, and just kind of flapping around?
Like Brian's dog?
Yeah, Brian's dog got some big ass titties, dude. He's got these big nips that are just like sticking out and flopping around.
Coco's fucking nipples, dude.
Like, Brian, get your dog a couple of bras. Put like 3 or 4 bras on that thing. Oh, man.
Oh, Coco's so cute.
She is a very cute dog. She's a pit bull. She's adorable. Why don't they make bras for dogs? Like dogs?
I'm sure they do. Look up dog bras.
I'm gonna look up dog bras right now.
Dog bras.
Hey, those are both like things guys call each other, dog and bra.
That puts a whole new meaning to review bra.
Where he reviews bras.
Haha.
Imagine review bra reviewing bras. Like trying it, like he's shirtless and he's trying on bras and like lingerie.
Now this one seems a bit. I don't like the clasp on this one. Seems a little too tight.
It is a bit tight. But overall, it holds the breasts very nicely.
Yes. Oh,
I love him. He just hit 500,000 subscribers.
What's his real name?
John. His name is
Okay.
John. Seriously, and if this somehow gets back to him, I would love for him to come on our podcast. He's always welcome as a guest. I just want to talk to him.
Yeah.
Man. He seems so down to earth and cool. So, Review Bra, if you want to come on our podcast, the seat is open. We got an extra space on the couch for you.
We do.
Do it over Skype. Fly out here and hang out with us.
It is a bit toasty in here right now.
It is hot. That AC did not work. We turned on the AC before we came in this room to record, and
was it even blowing? Did you check to see if it was blowing?
No. Well, it was. I heard it when I walked in, and then it's just.
I think we need to inform Brent or something because we were having troubles with the AC yesterday.
It's just a toasty son of a bitch in here. It's like sitting in a microwave oven. Hold on, I didn't look up dog bras.
Oh, okay.
I still have to look up dog bra.
Dog bra.
Dog bra. We might be sitting on $1 million idea here.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, it's pictures. Dogs don't look bad wearing bras.
Okay.
If I'm being honest.
Really? Can I see?
Yeah, like.
I want to see dog bras. Are the tiny little bras that only cover up little
see, like that
nipples?
doesn't look awful on a dog.
No.
Like it looks like it kind of fits. Like see, this is a dog wearing underwear. And sunglasses. That's funny.
Speaking of dogs, can I have a Ryan advice hour? As in, you give Ryan advice and he asks for it.
I give Ryan advice, or the audience gives Ryan advice?
The audience, not you.
Yeah, I don't have any advice to give. Go ahead.
It's about Lego. So I wanted to know, because he's been whining a lot, and usually I'm like, shh, Lego, stop. But I read that, giving them even negative attention is bad, and that you should ignore them at all costs when they're whining.
Oh, because then they learn that they'll get attention if they do that?
So, is that true? Should I actually start ignoring him, even though he'll, start to whine a little louder? Do you think eventually that'll help? How do I get Lego to stop being a bitch sometimes, or should I just live with it, because he's a dog? Also, he barks at dogs a lot when I take him out, and it makes it frustrating to take him out a lot of the times. And I've tried positive reinforcement treat training and all that jazz, but he seems to get the food doesn't overpower the stimuli of the other dog. With anybody who would like to help to make walking experiences with Lego that much better for me, and when I have to go out of town for Matt and Tucker,
yes,
if you could help out, just dog behavioral stuff. I've looked up a bunch of stuff, but I'm interested to see what has worked for you guys. I'm sure some of you work in some beside vets or have vets as friends. I'm sure some of you
work as dog trainers.
Yeah, some of you are dog trainers. If you could help out, because Lego, let me put it this way, He's not like your typical dog. I know a lot of owners say that, but he's super anxious. He is very energetic, and it's hard to calm him down, I guess. Anything to help out with that description of Lego? He's just a very difficult dog to calm down and to get to just do what you need to do.
I was gonna say maybe he just needs more exercise to get that out, but that you can't take him to a dog park or anything.
Yeah,
because he goes crazy.
Yeah,
and he barks. What if you should get him some side blinders like horses, get him one of those horse side blinder things.
But if anyone has any tips, tricks,
treats,
yeah,
maybe some treats.
That would be I would really appreciate that.
Ryan would love it. He would love that advice. So lay it on him. Lay it on him. Get a little butter knife. Get that advice, spread it on the knife like some butter, and just spread it on Ryan like toast, That's what he needs. What he needs, baby. And I have the same issue a little bit with Banana, because he'll just start meowing randomly, like he wants something, even though he has food, he has water, his litter box has fresh litter, and he'll just meow like he wants food. And it's like, please stop, Banana. You're being really loud. And he just keeps doing it.
Cats are a different animal.
So I ignore him most of the time. And when I ignore him, he does stop.
Yeah.
After a minute, he'll stop. I have noticed if I say shut up, he'll keep doing it.
I'm just wondering if I shush Lego, even though he's like, oh, I should stop. He stops right then.
But he got your attention.
Yeah.
I'll be in my room and I'll just hear. It's really funny, just hearing the silence of just
because he's a little bitch. It's just go without being with me for 5 seconds.
Dude, you should make a scarecrow of yourself, like a big life-size dummy of yourself, and don't shower for a week and rub it all over yourself so that's your scent, and then just go put a chair in the little room he's in, and then just sit
take
the dummy
a picture of my face smiling and cut it out,
see if it works,
print it out and tape it to the head of the scarecrow.
Yeah, that's genius. you never have to see him again. Just leave him in his room.
Perfect.
And just put you just sitting in a chair, just and you can get a tape recorder and record yourself being like, "Hi, Lego. Hello, Lego.
Lego, stop that. Haha, good boy.
Yeah, good boy. Who's a good boy?
You're a good boy, Lego."
And then just have that on loop on a cassette tape coming out. So he'll always be happy.
Or I could get one of those little cameras, put it in his little room, and I can check on him while I'm working, and every now and then I'll be like, "Hey, Lego," and then he'll be like,
the
"What?"
baby monitor.
He'll go. I think that would make him more anxious. That would drive him crazy.
Because he's like, where is he?
Yeah.
What about how about we contact Rick Moranis, get him to shrink down Lego, and then you can have just a tiny little Lego you can carry around.
Honey, I accidentally shrunk our Lego.
Honey, yeah. You can shrink Lego to the size of a Lego.
Look at that.
How's that? You can make him a little Lego house and put him in.
Nice. Honey, I Shrunk Ourselves is better than Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Just saying.
I forgot about that one. I don't remember anything about Honey, I Shrunk Ourselves.
You don't remember the giant cockroach scene?
Wait. Oh.
Where they fight off a giant cockroach?
That's I barely remember it, but I don't want to. I don't want to see that. That's like my nightmare.
How about when they hop in a Hot Wheels car and drive on the track?
I remember that scene.
That shit, I was like, woo!
I remember, you know what scene I loved in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? When they had,
I never saw Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Oh.
We only owned Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves. It's the one where they're all under the microscope going, oh!
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, they find like one of those oatmeal cream pies, and it's huge, and they like scoop some of the cream out and they eat it.
Is there a snake in that movie?
I don't remember. They ride on an ant, though.
Okay.
They get on the back of an ant and ride it.
You remember, because, is it Disney? Has like some ride, and there's like a snake and other shit in it. Wait, I'm trying to remember who the host of that ride is. It's not the Willy Wonka guy, is it?
Oh, and Disney World?
That's not Gene Wilder.
Oh, I went on this. It's like a 4D.
Yeah, but like, who's the
thing.
host? Who's the guy that is like, hey?
It's Rick Moranis, I think.
Is it really?
I think it's Rick Moranis.
I'm gonna look it up.
It's from the movie. Speaking of Disney.
Shh. I'm looking it up, Matt.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Fucking.
Is it Rick Moranis?
Disney ride host. Honey, I Shrunk
the Kids.
The kids. The audience.
Honey, I Shrunk the Audience. Yeah. Is it Rick Moranis or Rick Moranis? Am I just more inclined to say Rick Moranis because it sounds like anus?
I don't know.
Rick Moranis.
Honey, I Shrunk the Audience. The spin, blah, blah, blah. blah, blah.
It's hosted by Bill O'Reilly.
It's closed now.
That's too bad. I mean, I would assume so because it's an old movie, but...
I'm trying to see... cast and crew. Yeah, Rick Moranis.
There we go.
Look at that.
Rick Moranis.
I don't know why I thought Gene Wilder would be on that ride. Seems Wonka-esque.
Imagine just Bill O'Reilly hosting it.
Has nobody successfully made an amazing Willy Wonka ride? Like a chocolate river ride type thing?
That sounds amazing. Does Disney own
No,
the Chocolate Factory?
No, but still, you'd think that would be awesome.
Would do it. Yeah, they should make a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory theme park.
A Charlie and the Chocolate Factory themed putt-putt course.
Yeah, and like real chocolate rivers.
And you hire real Oompa Loompas.
You want to talk about the Disney controversy?
On how there's a lot of people defending Disney. And
Are there really?
Yeah.
Come on, let's talk about it.
They're a business.
So what happened?
Well, LA Times. Well, Disney's been caught doing some interesting kind of political things, like just with funding and just kind of
political campaigns and shit.
Some 1% some would say they're kind of strong-arming Anaheim for money that could be used for better things, I guess.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. Basically, Disney is just being a corporation. Corporation just doing what corporations do,
which are shitty things.
Yeah. And LA Times called them out, and then Disney was like, haha, you're uninvited to our review, early screenings of movies now.
Was it investigative journalism, and they uncovered all this shit Disney was doing and reported on it?
Yeah, it was like a piece.
Yeah.
It was like this whole piece about Disney and Anaheim.
And Disney's like, you
funding.
can't come to any of our things anymore and get early access and review shit. So everyone was like, that's barring journalists because they did a piece on something bad you were doing, and that's not cool.
Or not, maybe some people might not even call it bad, but it's just something they were doing to that most people would probably have a negative reaction.
Well, it sets a really bad precedent. When you start doing when journalism and journalists start getting shut out of things because they expose something or because they they do their job as investigative journalists.
Yeah,
then that sets a really scary precedent because it's like, oh, Disney didn't got away with it. So another corporation could be like, okay, this journalist and this journalism agency uncovered something we were doing. Let's use our power as a corporation to really stick it to them and shit. And it's like that's bad.
Well,
for
it
free speech.
It only gained attention, like as much attention as it did, I think, because Disney responded to the original article and was like, "This is a hit piece," and then a lot of people were like, "What? What are they talking? What's Disney talking about?"
Yeah.
And then it's like, "Oh, okay, Disney."
So basically,
but everything's fine now. But before that, I was like, yes, because a bunch of film critic associations or like film criticism associations, blah blah blah,
like award associations.
Yeah, they were like, "Hey, you're not going to receive anything unless you play nice," which I could also see as I don't know, it's just a weird area. But I was rooting because I don't like the Disney Corporation. Because,
no, like
if you follow their history, they're just, I mean, most corporations are shitty, but Disney in particular is super fucking shitty, even back in the heyday of like legitimate Walt Disney Day.
Yeah, like these a bunch of like movie associations were like, all right, Disney, if you're gonna like blacklist journalists like that for reporting on you, then all your movies are disqualified from these like end of the year movie award ceremonies until you publicly revoke what you did to the LA Times
and
apologize. And Disney did. So that's good for them.
How does it feel to be strong-armed, Disney?
LA Times beat the shit out of Mickey Mouse, dude.
It's just nice to see that a corporation won't fully get away with sweeping shit under the rug all the time. Like,
yeah,
of course, people will end up forgetting about this, and this was just a story that people paid attention to for a week. But it's important that this happens every now and then, because then we'll just get numb to big businesses and corporations acting shitty, and then it sucks from there, because then they can abuse their power in ways.
Yeah.
It's kind of I guess, the slippery slope, whatever.
Yeah, totally. And
the big political argument that everyone hates.
I think that it's like, especially right now, it's more important than ever to like protect free journalism and like help support, free journalism and shit. So do whatever you can, guys.
Like good sources.
Yeah, good source. So if there's a source of journalism that you think does a good job, maybe support them, maybe donate to them, because that's
InfoWars.
Yeah, support we need to support Alex Jones, guys. We need to be buying his male supplements, which Ryan and I have some of his male vitality solution.
We do.
And we might do a video where we try it for like a week. I'm a little scared because that shit's not.
I don't want to turn into Alex Jones. I don't want it to be like some botched scientific experiment, like in some horror movie where like this guy drinks this like potion and turns into this monster. We're gonna turn into Alex Jones.
You drink his male vitality shit
by drinking into this Chemical X.
I wonder if we gave that stuff to a frog, if it would turn it gay. Like, what if his male vitality stuff actually turns frogs gay?
My male vitality's turning the friggin' frogs gay.
Me too. It takes his cock out, and brings an intern.
Hello, I'm Alex Jones' cock. Help me! I haven't had sex in weeks. He keeps feeding me chili.
Dipping me in chili every day. What do you think his cock looks like? Do you think it's like super big? It's like a muscular.
I just whenever this won't even look like a cock. But when you said that, I just pictured like a styrofoam bowl of baked beans.
That's Bush's baked beans.
Yeah, that's probably the general feeling one would get from looking at Alex Jones's cock.
Just like the general feeling people get when they look at your penis is the way Kronk's voice sounds.
Yes.
What about like, remember those commercials for Bush's Baked Beans where it was like the golden retriever is like, I'll never give you the recipe. It was like a sweet old white man wanting the recipe, and it was never like malicious. It was just like, how about that recipe? He's like, not today, buddy. Like the golden retriever would say that.
Yeah, it's like, sorry.
Like that was like such a nicer, more southern version of like cereal mascots chasing kids for cereal, Yeah. That's like the only adult like product or like not adult product, the only product that's not aimed at kids that has like a mascot that's protecting a secret formula or like trying to keep it from an antagonist.
Frosted Flakes.
Yeah, I'm not cereals though, not like cereals. Like this is the only other food. Can you think of another food that has like
Jolly Green Giant? Their mascot, it's not trying to. He's stealing my green beans.
No,
Give me those green beans, kids.
I'm talking about like a
Could
mascot.
You imagine if they had that same thing for like the Jolly Green Giant?
Like kids trying to steal his green beans.
Yeah.
And every commercial was like this animated like chase where kids are chasing the Jolly Green Giant. He's like, "Fuck, get away!
Get the fuck away from my green beans, you fucking assholes!" They're throwing rocks at him.
Stop! He's like this.
There's rocks in my green beans now.
He's like pick them out. He's like, "Stop it! Stop!" What would be like another weird product where the mascot's like on a chase from kids or someone else trying to steal the recipe? Like
it would be if
like
it was
diapers.
Oh, I know that one, but one that would be like really just eerie. Think of a fast food like McDonald's. If McDonald's mascot was a cow and the kids were chasing the cow to get those delicious burgers.
And the kids have like knives and pitchforks and shit.
Yeah.
Or like no, I think the
and
worst
the ending one is just the dead cow being like with it, like them slitting the cow's throat, draining the blood out of it, and
like
shit.
they're all smiling. Imagine that, but for like dairy.
Yeah.
And like they're chasing it for the milk and like trying to reach it at its udders, and he's like, "Don't touch me! Don't touch me!
My udders!"
Imagine that, like a chicken and eggs.
They're chafed red.
Ugh, chafed udders. Have you ever milked a cow?
I did that fake cow milking.
I hate it. I hate the way it feels. It like
feels like a little bag of sand.
Yeah, very like crackles. I don't like it. You'd think it would be like just a smooth like tug, like you're jerking.
I thought it'd be like a little dangling penis. Like
yeah, and it would just
let
be
me
nice
let me
and
stroke
smooth.
this dick.
Exactly, but it feels like there's glass inside, and it's not
glass.
It feels like
I thought more like sand,
like
like
you're
grains.
cracking glass.
Oh,
I milked a real cow, and I feel like there was like glass inside, and you're cracking.
What is that stuff that is in there? Is it?
I think it's just like the like the glands or something, and they're full of milk, and they're I don't know.
Now is it that you got to start from the base and kind of squeeze it out like toothpaste, or how do you milk a cow?
I don't know. It's just kind of I don't know, guys. I'm sure there's many cow milkers in the comments. How do you milk a cow? And can you milk a pig? Why don't people? Because here's the thing, there's like people drink cow milk, of course. People also drink. They drink goat's milk?
Little pigs milk other pigs.
Right, but why do we not mainstream drink other animals' milk? Why are cows the
Because
ones
cows produce a large quantity of milk.
Do other animals maybe it's not as nutritious, doesn't taste as good too? Like cuz there's pigs. Why
we do goat milk?
Yeah, goat milk. So why is it cows and goats? Why
almond milk?
You milk an almond? Why is there not even a small market for pig's milk or say bull's milk?
Probably because it would be a waste of livestock because that milk could go towards feeding the other pigs. When in terms of these mother cows, like
they just produce so much.
Calf, like one calf produces so much over its lifespan. Like except if it's for meat, then not. But because a lot of people kill baby cows. What type of meat is that called?
That's like, oh, you mean when they don't let the cow walk so its muscles are really tender?
Yeah.
That's so sad. But that's what they do for like Kobe beef, I think. I think that they like fatten up the cow. Kobe beef, it's like one of the nicest beefs in the world from Japan. It's like
sad.
Super expensive. I do want to try Kobe beef just because it's one of those things that's like, this is a world-renowned delicacy. But it does make me sad when I think about it. But like, you know what also makes me sad?
It's because it's putting the animal through extra stress.
Actually,
like we do with a bunch of other animals and killing. You know what? Fuck it. I eat animals. I'm not gonna be a little high and mighty bitch about it. If I wanna change the way I eat, I'll do it. But right now, I'm a fan of beef and any kind of beef.
Well, here's the thing. It's like I think Kobe beef. I think the cows are actually pampered, like because it's such delicate, like expensive beef that they pamper these little baby cows and like. Very good conditions. I think the shittier ones where they treat them shittier is like the regular cheap shit you buy at the store.
Like the regular Publix.
Yeah, like the slaughterhouse cows that like grow up in the worst conditions and then they're just slaughtered.
Yeah, they just take a little No Country for Old Men gun and go
the little like in It, in the beginning of It, when they shoot the I hated that part. I was like, why'd they have to show the sheep? It's like I hate when they like show unnecessary animal like violence in movies. I'm like, they could have shown it from behind. They have to show it straight on, just like.
It was necessary because it showed that he didn't have the gumption to do what he needed to do. But by the end of it,
he was killing them left and right, baby.
He just needed his imagination.
to kill those animals.
Because the thing wasn't... Well, actually, that wasn't even his arc. That was... Wasn't Mike the one that... Or what was the... Ben? Was Ben the big brother?
Ben Henry?
Who's the big brother? What was his name?
I don't remember anymore. Sorry, Finn.
It wasn't Finn's character. That's Richie.
Sorry, I don't remember some things about your movie. Also, sorry, Wyatt. But, the thing about, like, beef is I'm not a vegetarian because, to face
you
it,
like meat.
I like eating meat.
And you don't have
tasty.
A problem with... You don't have the problem you have with the treatment of animals, and I guess doesn't go above... It doesn't go, I guess...
it doesn't outweigh my love for meat. But you know what the thing is?
Tucker's does.
I think that is based, honestly, in ignorance for me because I have not seen what goes on in slaughterhouses fully. I feel like if I watched, like, one of those movies that exposes, like, what happens in slaughterhouses, I might consider being a vegetarian because it would upset me so much. That's happened to my aunt. She went to a slaughterhouse on a trip, and then she hasn't eaten meat since. And that was when she was, like, a teenager.
Yeah.
And same with her daughter.
I can defend both sides, honestly, when it comes to just eating meat. Or, like, I can understand those who choose not to, and I can understand those who do.
I just wish they treated the animal... Like, I wish that slaughterhouses had better regulations for how they treat and kill
for
animals.
The amount of people that are eating the food and how, like, the mass quantities they're having to just put this shit out there. I'm not trying to defend them, but part of me feels like it would be hard to give each cow a private room and really nice treatment because...
I'm not saying a private room. I just wish that, like... There's some, like, have you seen those, like, videos that have snuck out of slaughterhouses where the guys are, like, kicking the animals and shit? It's like, that's fucked up.
The same shit happens with people and their pets. There are always going to be shitty people in any kind of job or medium. And, but I guess what you're talking about is the overall treatment of the animals, like in slaughterhouses and with pigs in general, like, they'll shit and die in, like, all in this big group of people. And it's you gotta also think these things have personalities. Like animals have personalities and feelings.
They're like intricate. Like we were talking about the human body earlier. Like they're clearly like objectified. Not in the sense like objectifying women. Like they're turned into objects. Like the way like the people that work there and the meat industry sees it's like they don't have feelings. They don't have, but they're animals and they do have feelings and personalities.
How many people in Asia are like the cows are mistreated? This chicken was mistreated because I feel like in like those countries the food is treated a bit better. Like it's like we're using all of this fucking animal and it's more prepared. Like it seems more fresh.
I feel like at least in China, the protests against like animal rights, I think they're at least more hushed because it's harder to protest against corporations and the government in China. And also in China, they got much bigger. I think they're more focused on the human rights violations of people working in factories instead of the animals. Japan? I don't know, honestly. I wonder what the animal like rights movement is like in Japan.
Well, they definitely don't. Is it just me or like because whenever I think of kind of animals being treated better, I feel like the United States is probably one of the shittier contenders when it comes to commercial treatment of animals.
Oh yeah,
I feel like Europe is actually might be pretty good with animals. I don't know. Whenever I think of like some European guy in a farm, I always picture this guy that's like, that's probably just some pipe dream though.
It's got like a beard and.
I mean, like across the world, how many people are quote unquote, mistreating animals for food?
Too many. It's just like, what would be amazing if they figured out how to like take animal cells and grow like beef without having like they could grow it the exact same in a lab without actually like having the animal. Like they could just grow the cells of the meat and like produce perfect 100% regular quality meat without ever needing to, kill the animals or like even produce more animals. They can just grow the meat in these like meat farms. And that sounds gross by itself. It's like growing meat in a meat farm. But like if they could scientifically do it and it's the same, that would be awesome. And I've heard that they're actually able to like they've started learning how to grow meat.
So like with the treatment of animals, is the reason why it's so bad because like humans are so intelligent and past all of other life on the planet in terms of society and everything like that? Because if we were hunter-gatherers, we could be eating a pig alive and the pig would be crying no, then we'd need the food. That's a difference. Now there's an overabundance. I'm trying to really pinpoint my emotions on this because I don't really think about it often. I don't either. I just eat food.
And maybe that's the problem. Maybe not enough people think about it.
Because it's just gotten to the point where instead of, because we used to do this on a small scale, and now it's just because of big business.
Yeah, I think so. Like the food industry is of course it's all about money, and I think that
quality goes down with quantity. So when the quantity went up of like the amount of meat and food that needed to be provided for the people that wanted it, supply and demand.
Well, you know,
the treatment of animals probably went down.
Yeah, because
you can't have like amazing treatment of animals in the industry that we have today, probably.
Well, the thing is, like, these corporations are making, you know, for them it's like, we want the fastest product that is the most consumable. That's why they give cows and shit all these hormones. So they grow faster. They grow like too fast for their bodies and shit. They treat them terribly because it's a quick kill, and they want to produce more animals as fast as they can to get them. They want to give them the hormones to get them exactly how, like the most prime for selling, essentially.
There's also the environmental effects on just having so many fucking cows.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why Tucker doesn't eat beef, because he says that the environmental effects of like the food industry with the cows is like really bad for the environment. And I haven't looked into it more. I'd like for him to explain it in more detail to me. Because Tucker's very he's a big environmentalist, and I feel like living with him is definitely gonna start changing the way I do some things, just because I feel more conscious, I guess, when I'm around Tucker of what I'm throwing away, and like, I guess
because you're afraid to be your own person.
Yes. I don't know. I'm just like, him being around just makes me more conscious of like throwing, like, I guess, waste. It's like, oh shit, you know. Because you know, people affect your environment, and having someone around that.
Are you saying you're going to become a vegetarian, or like you're going to stop eating cow because Tucker doesn't eat cow?
I'm talking about like throwing shit away and recycling and shit.
Oh yeah, well we already have too much plastic in our house of like utensils and shit. Just like, I don't know what it is about the water.
Matt, that's not the real Ryan.
What the fuck?
Who the fuck is it?
Matt, I know. Let me.
You just shot my. Why are there two Ryans?
I overslept.
And then Tucker said you went with me to go record the podcast or something?
We drove here together. Why are there two Ryans?
That wasn't the right Ryan.
What are you talking about?
Okay, answer me this. Did you drink tea before going to bed last night?
Yes, I did.
Fuck, we need to go now.
What?
Because you drank that tea, a series of events
Wait, that's not the real Matt!
What
No,
the fuck?
I'm the real Matt.
Oh, what the?
Don't listen to him.
What?
Don't listen to
That's
him.
the Matt that drank the tea, though.
Fuck out of here.